Hey, 420 MSP, back with Dwayne Roebuck. I'm Harry Brailsford. It is the dog days of summer, and a tradition we've had in my traditional company, SMB Nation, that I want to introduce to the 420 MSP is a little bit more of some evergreen topics, and we're in the green evergreen topics in the summer months. And so, Dwayne, I want to talk education. I want to talk about the importance of education for professionals, technology professionals. And sir, I'm going to brag on you. I'm looking at your LinkedIn profile. So we have an undergrad with a cum laude at Mount St. Joseph in marketing and business. We have a grad degree in organizational leadership from Indiana Wesleyan University. And then you've done some life learner continuing education stuff at Cornell. So let's start at a high level. What's your theology about education?
Okay, cool. First, thanks for having me on again, Harry. As far as my theology, I believe your life should be a constant journey of education. And, I'm amazed at how my viewpoint has shifted over the years, especially in relation to a lot of the advanced education that I've taken. I used to be, when I came out of high school and was an undergrad, I would tell people, I don't deal in hypotheticals, just reality. And then, as I started, especially in the graduate courses, and Cornell in particular, I learned that hypothetical is really where you want to be. Whatever you can conceive, if you can build it together. And so, I think it relates to everything we do, across all industries, and one of the industry, this cannabis industry, I'm amazed at, how much I soak in and how much I'm reading and learning. And, it just makes you a better, well-rounded individual, in my opinion.
Yeah, I see it as one of the pillars to get into management and leadership if that's the path you're going to take. It'll never hurt you as an entrepreneur, right? An entrepreneur, you don't have to have a master's degree to be an entrepreneur, but I think it takes you to the next level for a couple of reasons, the least of which, Dwayne, what I've seen is street cred if you're dealing with investors, right? So investors are going to be looking for the credentials. Well, quickly, let me pick one of the continuing ed experiences as Cornell University College of Engineering Product Management Design. So give me Six Sigma. Give me an example from that. Then I'm going to let you get back to. I know you're busy.
Oh, no. So one of the things I want to stress is that while I do believe formal education is a plus, I don't believe that if you don't have formal education, it doesn't mean you're an educated person, because
Right.
Some of the smartest people that I've, met, been around, those are all people, some of them are people who have no formal education whatsoever, and life has educated them well beyond any, textbook could.
I agree.
That said, when I did the product development, it was really interesting because, while I don't have any proof, I do. I believe that the professors looked at our backgrounds and gave us, projects based off of that. So one of the projects that I had to do that was particularly interesting was surrounding home health care and, coming up with a wearable device that could monitor your health, glucose level. And this is all, theoretically. And so, part of the challenge was determining, what type of, since it was mobile, you had to have it on a wireless infrastructure. So did you want to go, CDMA, which is, code division multiple access, which is what Verizon and Sprint used to be based off of? Or did you want to go TDMA, which was the AT&T T-Mobile GSM route? And so, it was really interesting. And then setting up the if-then statements, that sort of thing, to trigger, if blood pressure level was at a certain point, does it reach out to the doctor? Does it immediately call an ambulance? And so at the time, I thought it was all, theoretical, and this would be pretty cool if someone did that. Well, about 5 years ago, one of our VPs at Blue Star happened to send me a healthcare thing and asked me if I knew, anything about that technology. And for the life of me, I felt like it was what we designed at Cornell. So, it's, go ahead.
No, there you go. No, that's a great example, and you connected the dots to reality, right?
Right.
Right here, right now. And hey, last question. What's next? What's next in terms of your life learner journey? You kicking around any additional night courses or something like that?
I am. I've looked at some stuff that Cornell is offering, because a lot of things now are completely online. So, you don't physically have to go there. And I'm also looking at a program at MIT. I got accepted in it, and, I was trying to figure out, how I could accommodate work and do that. It did require, I think, 4 or 6 weeks, in Massachusetts. So, with COVID, probably not going to happen anytime soon. But, one of the good things is with what we do, and the things we're engaged in, it's a lifelong experience there because, it seems like no 2 days are the same in the cannabis industry. And, every day there's something different. You're hearing about, new licenses, new places, looking to allow, cannabis in there. You're seeing, legislation. So it's really interesting, even though, technically I'm not an entrepreneur in this space. You kind of feel like you are, because, you're standing there and you're watching the blocks being built, and just interacting, with some of the folks there. I've been blessed the past couple of weeks to really be engaged with one of the larger dispensaries in Southern California, talking to their CEO and learning more about the industry. So, life is always about learning. And, I pointed out to you before, I'm looking behind you, and, I see the MCSE and all of that stuff.
There
and,
we go.
I remember those days back in 2003, where I'm cramming, trying to get that certification. So, yeah, you're obviously a big fan of continuing education as well.
Yeah, and especially I'll end on this, especially, and it's part of my story, but I went to grad school in an economic dip, an oil price crash, because there were no jobs, and that is a well-known strategy. Is if you don't have a job or you're not busy and you're sitting around and
go back to school,
go back to school. So there we go.
Yeah, no. Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Well, all right, my friend. So, folks, give Dwayne a look over at Blue Star. Dwayne, what's that URL for Blue Star distribution?
Blue Star, our URL, our homepage is www.bluestar, BLUESTAR, Inc.com. And if anybody wants to reach out to me directly, my email address is droebuck, ROEBUCK, at bluestarinc.com. So feel free to reach out, and any friend of yours, Harry, is a friend of mine. So
there we go. All right, thank you, sir. The check's in the mail for saying such nice things. Have a great remaining summer, and we'll see you on the other side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.